Hello, Governor. 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 You really don't know how long you got to be one of these balls on the beach. You don't know. Consider this.
Clean and dodge Dakota's windows. I was
Consider
using
this.
my red.
Oh, I can't back screen it. I don't have. That's another problem. Muscle memory.
Red colored bottle. I sprayed the window, sat the bottle next to my feet, and started wiping the window off. When I reached down to grab the bottle,
It's not
it
going
was
to be
gone.
easy.
I looked everywhere around my station, the truck, and other employee stations, before borrowing a friend's.
Oh!
When I noticed it was the same red colored bottle. When I went back to my workstation, the green colored bottle was on my card where I made my dazzlement.
That was close.
Needless to say, I felt like I had a brain fart and was unsure what really happened. I also need to emphasize that after I began using the green-colored bottle, it didn't leave my sight until I went to return it. This is the first kind of experience I've ever had like this. I'm still unsure how to feel about it and would like to hear some thoughts, opinions from my fellow /X/files. Also,
Don't look at
general
my ball.
reality glitch thread, as this is the most interesting thing to happen to me in months.
And
That's
don't
happened
judge
to me
me.
a few times. In fact, I hear it from a lot of people. But there was only one time that something like that happened, and struck me as really odd. We were on holiday in Spain when I was a little boy, and walking down the beach at night, my parents noticed some black oil-like stain on my leg. They wiped it off.
I've heard this all
We got off the
before.
beach, and it was there again. Wiped it off again. It turned up again. Checked my hands and clothing and shoes, etc. It happened again. Wiped it off. Back to our hotel. It was there again. I wasn't playing a prank. My parents were like, WTF. Went to sleep and it stopped happening. I thought it was weird then because I still remember it.
That is very odd. I wouldn't know what to think. Thanks for sharing, Anon. Now that I've experienced this phenomena firsthand, I've been dying to.
I have another one come to think of it. Not really what I would call a reality glitch as such, but spooky nonetheless.
I like spooky.
Me and my brother were in a large field on a sunny day, having a smoke and a chill as teenagers are prone to do. Looking up at the sky, we noticed a strange anomaly. I am not sure how to describe it, but the bold blue sky was distorted in some way. Imagine how you see heat distortion on a road, but confined to an area of sky I don't know, about 20 meters squared. We stared at it a bit and talked about what it might be. We were quite into the paranormal at this point, having already experienced high strangeness a few times. Suddenly we heard the unmistakable sound of wrenching metal and crashing. We looked at each other knowing it could only be one thing: a car crash on the road near the field. We ran as fast as we could to go help. Nothing. Nobody there, peaceful as ever. We searched for a bit, thinking maybe the car had rolled into the bracket and found nothing. Other cars drove by without stopping. Everything was normal. The kicker? We only remembered when we started walking home that the road was where my brother had survived a terrible car crash where his friend had rolled his car about 6 times only a year earlier. I have to wonder about these things. Is our higher self resetting life? Why are there so many instances of people thinking they are about to crash and then seemingly continuing down the road with nothing but a cold sweat to remind them? What is this thing about our life flashing before our eyes just as we escape death? I've had 2 unexplainable
It's
reality
useful.
glitches at work.
It really
I
is.
can partially attribute it to the long hours late
Scary.
at night, but the most shocking one happened at around 7 p.m. on a short shift. I work at a wedding place. Basically, people pay to use our building for their wedding and we cater the event, blah blah. On this particular
This is pretty normal. You know, this material. It's not uncommon. But if you throw it here in the grass, the sunshine hits it, it looks exactly like a snake. Okay? A black snake needs to have a little shine on it. But out in the nature, in the woods, it's gonna appear it's gonna have that. Unless you're broken. If you're broken, you might not get that sudden. It's a squirt of adrenaline because you think you see a snake. It's natural. It's not unnatural. Now, uncommon. This is uncommon. Glad I went to look. So there's a plank. There's two vines. They're supporting it up, and on the end of it, it's got a seat. You know, for stuff, and underneath it, the same. The ball is a soccer ball that I found floating in the river at the appropriate time to have a new soccer ball like these. These are not soccer balls. I'm pretty sure. I can't really completely 100% say they're not soccer balls, but I don't think they are. This, if I went to a beach and I saw this, what I'm pointing at with the arrow. See, I've got an arrow thing I can show you. And normally you don't really need that in a video. You don't really need that. But now, having got to glitch myself, like I'm participating in glitching myself. I'm using the power of sentiment. Sentimental child. See the look corresponds to the call. I'll never know if he's calling his mother's mother over at the other house in Baytown, because that's where they lived. But I now suspect that's who he's talking to, having come into town from where he lives and about to go over. I'm betting now that's what's going on there. I don't know. Could there be some record of the phone? The machine would know. I would think it should be possible for the machine to get that information that I would never have the access to. But at this moment, when the mind connects these circuits, something's going on. There's something going on, unlike ever imagined before. Because it had to be imagined. It had to go through the gnome stage. You got product testing gnome, who's the gatekeeper to where the bees interact, you know, and that's extraordinary. But definitely consider it like the kingdom of the earth talking to the kingdom of the air, where you have flying bees. Okay? You're not going to put them in the kingdom of the air? Are you mad? Who told you? Who are you? What have you done with our friend? But the gnome, this guy, he's packing wings. Gnomes aren't known for having wings. Okay? You want to fucking take it or leave it. Them's the facts. So you're going to put a gnome in a sleepy hat with his nose poking out like he's some goddamn 1982 cartoon character? Bullshit. That guy, something else. Something else going on with that. What do you think? Now, as I make the step off the craft, which, mind you, is the board that is being supported by the trees, the vines. It's actually grapevine that's doing it. Let's be clear. It's grapevine. 2 grapevines. 1 2x4. That's all it is. 2x4. Not a weird one. It's not treated. Wild. It's in the wild. Below there is some stuff that I when I took my footstep to go around and get the ball to exit the craft, I put my left foot appropriately. Now this should be noted. Your ability to send your intention sets itself with the right foot taking a step. When it connects to the ground, and then it cycles all the cycles, thousands, millions, billions, however many steps there needs to be. The last step in the sequence of that intention is the one for me where there is a nail. And it's a screw. It's worse. It's even worse. Had I stepped on that screw, it would have been bad. It would have been way worse than any nail. Kitty. We got this homeboy. Homeboys, look, this cat fits the colors that need him in this video. There's no way to fucking say that isn't the case. Sonny, look, homie, watch this. Check this out. No, for real. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. Come here. Look, I'm gonna put it here. This is computer on the floor. Now come back. Come back. Come here. Come back. I am. As he comes. Now that's English. That's fucking English that I can hear you say. Thanks. I am. And then you came. So what do you want me to know? I know your name. You know, I don't know if you need to know my name. My name's Kelly. You probably don't hear nobody call that out for no reason at all, but I'm going to tell you my name is Kelly, sir. Because you're a fine fucking cat. This is a fine fucking cat. And he does match the colors seen here to me. I mean, I got eyeballs and I can see. So see, it is good. Orange cats are awesome. I didn't know me and orange cats didn't like each other and had beef until I saw one on our porch. It was years ago, but I never saw the cat ever again. It was an orange cat. It was on the porch. It was very weird because I'm like, what the fuck is that cat doing here? I'd never ever seen another cat here other than the one we brought. You believe that? Look at this guy. You must know. This guy's like a soothsaying cat. He's like a quantum lie detector. Right? Wow. Or what do you get? You see this on here? You see this? You see that ball? What do you think that is? Look, he doesn't have his balls. I can see his empty sack. But that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm trying to put it here. It has been an issue to look at. Where you have little fuzzy coin purses from the cats. And I don't know. Outside cat, I checked his specimens. They appear to be very small, but very rotund balls. I've seen cats that have giant balls before. It didn't look comfortable at all. There's definitely a meme of some sort of a chimp, like a very bad skinned chimpanzee, and his nuts are so large that he looks like he's sitting on them. And it doesn't look comfortable at all. But he looks massive. That chimpanzee looks like the strongest humanoid. Strong cock and ball. Indeed. He's just like thinking about shit. Oh, hold on, look. She's like, you're not finishing the video without participate. Are you gonna participate? You are? You understand? She's like, yes. So you have upgraded yourself. You've channeled your grandmother for the audacity of cat. Which makes no sense to me, because my grandmother never had any cats. She had one of those little fucking stupid Shih Tzu dogs. And she loved it, mind you. They even had to... It got all into the weirdness of when your people die. It was listed in a state item. Shang Tzu. Shang was a Shih Tzu, but his name was Shang, and that probably sounds oriental to an old white woman. But to my grandmother, it seems like it's more magic. It's more witchcraft and magic by the non-evil side that brought me the Helen of Troy fucking chronicles. Wondering about that story. I wonder about that story. That story is suspect as fuck. The Trojan War. Isn't that what we call it? And you got the Odyssey is inside of that story. Odysseus, all that stuff. And it starts with Eris rolling a fucking golden apple down the assembly of the gods. Now, is that real? I don't know. Up until that point, I'd never even heard of no Eris, the goddess of discord. Never heard of her. Didn't know. But now that I've been made privy to the Discordian material, I'm satisfied. Completely engaged. What I mean with it.